we are here. We are live. It is go time. We are here to finish the Soto story. The next story step, disclaimer, the next story step takes place directly after the meta of this map, the final of the 3 metas on this map, where you have to do the first meta over here, and then you have to do the second meta over here, and then the third meta opens up, right? Then, with this meta, when you end in a room that we're about to enter in here, and it takes place immediately after. So just to explain what's going on, is we basically open up the Citadel of Zakharos to our attacks. Currently it's like shielded and stuff, right? If we try to fly in, we get miasma. Fog, and you can kind of see it. It's this Citadel, right? You go through the entire place. You fight a bunch of Cryptus, huge amount of Cryptus. Your friends are all there. You know, you've got Zojja ends up helping out. I think Dagda does some stuff. Peitha's there. You know, the whole gang. Yeah, I think Dagda shows up. If not, then I'm lying, and that's fine. Don't worry about it. Basically, there's a bunch of characters that show up. You do a bunch of stuff. You end up fighting Eparch. Eparch is in like this completely different form. He's going crazy. He turns into like almost like a spider form. It's kind of weird. I don't want to take that line. But yeah, then you beat him, and he flees up to further into the tower, the Citadel, and that is kind of the information we have. So let's go ahead and hop on in, because realistically we're not gonna get the meta going. It's not. We'd have to do this one and then do the other one, and it's just not happening. So here it is, the Citadel of Zakharos, the 11th hour. Here we are. Oh, and also we're back to playing Hammer, because I like it more than Pistol. I'm gonna be honest here. See, yeah, so Dagda's here, Arena's here, Frode's here, General Nephis, Peitha, Ramses. In this room, we just fought Eparch in this room. Okay. Hope everything is visible. And,
We must pursue Eparch. Now! We cannot allow him time to recover. With so few of us left to fight, you feel Eparch's multitudes waiting ahead as I do, General. They overwhelm the senses. This chance will never come again, slight as it may be. We must strike.
Indeed we must. Dagda, Frode, Arena, take the portal. Rally any who stand to cover our flanks.
Peitha.
Majesty.
Respectfully, I've walked the path with you this far. I'm not stopping here.
Very well. Dagda, Frode, should we fail, I ask that you give asylum to my people.
The Wayfinder and the Outrider fight with you. You won't fail.
Salute. Oh, he's about to do it. Now we salute. That's when you get an achievement. Although I already have it, so.
Eparch moves swiftly when provoked. His forces must be at the ready. Yet I sense they do not attack. Why? Do not forget, he stayed his hand upon witnessing Labrys's sacrifice. If ever there was a time for him to act without thought, that was it.
Yes, we fight on Eparch's turf. He is ancient and cunning. There can be no doubt he is prepared.
The enemy lurks. Be on your guard.
Okay, speaking of the enemy, Merc Scavengers. Hello there. Get destroyed. Need some swiftness over here, jeez. They're so spread out.
Surrounded. Perimeter defense. A brilliant ember.
There's that point of interest here. I think it's either... I think that's above us, actually. Yeah, now there's a lot more of these guys, but they're also not doing that great at defending themselves or attacking us.
Refreshing. 1,000 storms. Ha! Extra damage. A swift stream.
There are a lot of things here.
A ripple in the earth.
Get over here.
Ocean trench.
There we go.
Stay alert.
Onwards.
Strike swiftly. Give them no time to set a defense. Try your heart.
There we go. Wipe that one out.
Kill 'em.
There are many on this side.
I found a new way to win. Outstanding.
Alright, there's that one done.
General,
There we go.
Majesty, I fear we march to our end. That bad?
Hundreds lie in wait. More, perhaps. It is difficult to discern. A Ryan.
I spoke true. A better opportunity to strike will never present itself. But that does not mean the odds are favorable.
We will turn this army to our side.
Hey, Majesty, surely not. I will follow you to my death. But you cannot believe, after all that's happened,
No, we will turn them to our side. There is no other way.
Oh boy. Bookshelves. There's like books on there. Out of the AoE. Nice try there. Still not in combat.
kill 'em! A swift stream,
Oh, it
a
left.
ripple in the earth. Refreshing.
Hello there. This AoE damage.
Ocean trench. Ancient mountain.
It's not bad.
Eat that. Ah, feels nice. Faster. Don't get burned. Lords of the Obscure, move decisively. Give no quarter to any who oppose us.
Let's go.
Be ready for anything. Let's go.
No. We are fools.
Labrys's words. The strength to do that which the common Cryptis will not.
There is no army.
There never was.
Countless innocents. First the battle below, now this. He has methodically weakened us while strengthening himself.
There is no depravity to which he will not stoop. I failed them. They should have been under our protection.
They would rest in honor under the Tree of Mourning if time allowed. Destroy them. Then at least they can never be consumed. Wait. Wayfinder. Can your Heart of the Obscure set free their essence peacefully? They deserve that much, at least.
Yes, they do.
As you approach the Cryptis essence contained within, the Heart of the Obscure hums quietly. Thoughts and sensations flood your mind. A low, rocky hill, muted gray grasses swaying in the thick breeze. A gnat, fish, filleted upon warm stone. The warming glow of heating embers. This Cryptis was a fisher. Thoughts and sensations, slate evening skies, flames circled in stone, voices pitched in rhythmic cadence, contentedness.
Soon you will dream. We will see to it.
Dream.
Cryptis memory. You poke at the essence and visions overtake your sight. Belonging, hunger, rejection. The seer's home, the tower. Rest, breathe, peace. He teaches, I learn. Tyria, so vast. I hunger, worry, I explain. Dismissal, unbalanced, he says, speaks of ascension, waiting sorrow, equilibrium. I must feed, I hunger. Why is he so empty, alone? Hunger, nothing. Hunger. It's called Eparch's regret. Hunting, blood, Centaur village, drained, regret. He watches, disdain, fear, I plead. He does not hear, shouting. Tyria vanishes, falling, flying, dirt, home, Nayos. So Eparch was learning from Iskarin until he gave in to his Cryptis hunger and drained an entire village of centaurs for energy. At which point he was promptly banished back to Nayos. Thoughts and sensations, fangs and blades, rage, terror, howling prisoners, portal winking closed, sickening realization. Damn. Rite of passage, chill wilderness, exhaustion, crackle of warping flames, resonant voices, safety. The familiarity of hunting companions, the scent of freshly caught prey, a welcoming door, approval, pride. Wicked torches, jagged silhouettes, barking orders, broodlings dragged away, fury, helplessness.
Bring your army then, he said. I will devour everything.
To the throne room. We are all that stands between Eparch and our extinction.
Alright, let's go. Hello there. So there is like some amount of an army, but not one so vast that we wouldn't stand a chance. Not one anywhere near what the Wayfinder has been able to handle at this point. Oh. Fear of the king.
I feel something amiss.
Yeah, something amiss. That's fair. We're being watched.
The throne room, Majesty. Are you prepared to face the king?
That throne is mine. Wayfinder, open the way for the true Midnight King.
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna check this memory real quick. Just, no, hold on. Eparch's fury, brushing up against the essence, an old memory swirls around through your mind. Anticipation, impatience, sudden waft from opening doors. Founders enter, an empty table. Nephis, steely, formal, still armed. Mosin, hovering, jovial, her charisma, inviolable. Enviable, even. Phoebe, thundering, ponderous, an unreadable slate. Arcus, from shadow, watching everything, everyone. All expectant, curious, skeptical, lacking vision, I provide. Isgarin's candor, matching and mirroring. Matching? No. Eclipsing. Phoebe stare pierces, judging, like the seer. Arcus whispers. Mind dances, web forms. Motive. Fear. Fear for Nayos. Fear for our Cryptus. The fires of anger stoked. Back to Tyria, to his tower. He will regret. He will collapse. He will beg before my resplendence. Well, how about that?
And finally, she brings herself before the throne. I've been waiting, princess of traitors.
Gorging yourself while we cut our way through your defenses. Bold strategy, King. Was the Queen your strategist? Perhaps without Labyrinth.
Do not speak her name. Kneel, sacrifice yourself to me, as you forced your queen to do.
But I am not so noble.
Labrys was right to refuse negotiations with you. You will kneel, or my generals will make you kneel. Your strength is mine, and my strength is the lifeblood of the Cryptis. Speak your last words.
We'll throw your bones from Eventide's bridge. The Cryptors will spit on your memory. Labrys sacrificed herself for nothing.
What? General! Traitor! Who? A ripple in the earth! Thunderon! Algeus! Swirling dust! General! For Nayos! Faster!
He just consumed one of his generals for more power. And now, his brother, I think they're brothers, is on our side.
Refreshing. Strength is mine.
Get destroyed. Hey there, Eparch. About time you showed up. Pick up the essence. This is part of both the fractal and the meta with him. Picking up essence. So this is more related to the fractal itself. Each attack he does, he'll drop some essence. And picking it up will give you both a buff and a debuff. Yep. So I'm picking up the rage, which makes me take more damage, but also do more damage. Weird.
Fall back!
I can't reach.
Terrible luck.
Oh,
I
that froze for a bit.
cannot stop him!
Eparch, your strategy confuses me. Will you save your people by consuming them all? Still clinging to your antiquated ideals, wizard? Our enemies have never understood what it takes for my people to survive. That is why you will die today. Why Tyria will be mine tomorrow. Your gluttony has given you strength beyond mine. That much is clear. Come to beg for your life, then. A pointless gesture, but I welcome it. On the contrary, I couldn't pass up this chance to help end yours. Peitha! Wayfinder! Join your power with mine! The heart!
Peitha has power for this as well. Yeah, that's fine.
Now, kill this parasite!
Try to jump that. Doesn't get blocked. So again, picking up the orbs of essence. Drops of regret. Some reduce cooldowns, some increase the CC you do, some reduce the damage you take, but reduce the damage you can deal.
Faster! Refreshing.
Some drain your life every second, but give you lifesteal damage.
Eat that.
How to deal with the extra attackers. Get destroyed.
A ripple in the earth. A swift
Drops of
stream.
malice. Despair.
Strength is mine. Such might. Hotter than lava. Ah, my leg.
Eparch, your time here is coming to an end. And you have no one to blame but yourself.
Refreshing.
Oh, he. One of the mechanics in like the fractal is that if he picks up essence,
Feels nice.
he will
Kill 'em.
also gain buffs. One of which being the envy ones. If he picks up any envy orbs, he will start corrupting all the boons on you. Which, as it turns out, is not ideal.
Faster.
There's the gluttony one. Get some healing.
Ripple in the earth.
Break him out. Eparch, you can't hide from me.
Hotter than lava! An ocean trench! Nayos? Understood. Cryptis, wanderer. All our kind are despised. For that which is our nature. We are predators. We must feed. If we do not pray, we court extinction. I see now. Nothing will stop you from taking the Midnight Throne. Take it, but do not forsake your people. All we have labored for. Take my strength. Consume me. For the cryptids.
It was never your strength to kill.
So it ends. And so the reign of...
You certainly took your time.
I am here now, when it matters. When your survival was all but assured, only then did you stick your neck out for our people. I risked nothing for your people. I risked exposure to rid our worlds of Eparch. And while I hope it proves worthwhile, the survival of the Cryptis people was not a requirement.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see that we do not stand on opposite sides of the battlefield one day, Seer.
General, gather the wounded. Iskaran, we are in your debt. I need time to set my house in order. I will contact you then.
Until then, Majesty.
It's time to go home. Wayfinder?
Peitha.
Nayos owes a great deal to you, Wayfinder.
Wayfinder.
I expect we'll see you in the Wizard's Tower soon. You're always welcome here, friend.
Your legend will walk our dreams for eternity. As will yours, Outrider.
Thank you, Ramses.
In the tower, then.
The Wizard's Tower will be ready to receive the Midnight King.
Nice. Now,
It'll fetch a
when
nice
you finish the story step, you have to remember to go up here and get this point of interest. Because if you do not, you will have to repeat this story step in order to get that point of interest. There is no other way to get that point of interest. Which, of course, is so dumb. So dumb. Alright, Wizard's Tower. Let's go. Let's see. Let us see. There we go. Alright. Hey there, Iskaran. How you doing? Well, welcome home. Welcome home.
I do hope the citizens of Garanhof aren't panicked in our absence. I know the tower brought them certain comfort.
It's actually kind of nice of you, Iskaran. Alright, Sovereign of Nayos. Let's go. The Wizard's Tower.
Wayfinder, not a moment too soon. They're about to get into it.
You're not joining us? You know the situation as well as anyone.
Getting into the middle of that group? I'd rather face down Eparch again. No. I think I'll leave that to you. I just wanted to catch a glimpse of it myself.
Don't tarry too long, soldier. You're overdue for some leave. Welcome home.
Wayfinder.
Salute. Alright, up we go.
Wayfinder, good. Let's delay this no longer.
No need to rush now. Galrath does so enjoy our presence here.
I've seen you lot in battle. Huh. We've got nothing to worry about.
What would you know of battle? You are not present for... Enough! We will not waste time with idle chatter. There is still much to be done in Nayos.
Let us proceed then. Dagda, present the terms we've agreed upon.
The Cryptus incursion into Tyria will cease immediately. No Cryptus will enter Tyria again without direct invitation.
And any remaining loyalists who do, you're free to dispose of.
Additionally, the Astral Ward will maintain a presence in Nayos until such time as it is deemed by us to be unnecessary. In return, amnesty will be granted to the Cryptus, and we will recognize Peitha as the legitimate sovereign of Nayos.
We accept your terms.
Perhaps now there can finally be peace.
We must hope so. If this were to happen again, I promise you that it would not end in negotiations.
Your thoughts, Wayfinder?
This is a chance for peace and friendship.
We've laid the foundation for a lasting peace and friendship here. Let's not waste that opportunity.
We will not.
There is also the other matter we discussed, Gareth. Do you accept?
I do. Ramses will have a place here as long as he pleases.
My lady.
Your affection for Tyrians is no secret, Ramses. And you have more than earned a place as our ambassador.
Thank you, my king. I will not let you down.
That leaves just one final thing. You, Wayfinder. While there are many who have fought alongside me, none have been more steadfast or capable.
I do want to thank you, Wayfinder. Your aid was clearly needed here.
As long as I live, your name will never be forgotten in Nayos. You have my eternal thanks.
And now we have so many people to talk to. And the credits to watch. So, let us begin. Corporal Balkan.
Hey, Kiona. How's it going?
Good to see you, Balkan. Did Nayos treat you well?
Yeah, you know. It was pretty intense. But nothing I couldn't handle. So, anyway, now that we've both got leave, maybe you'd want to go somewhere? Holbrook is nice this time of year.
Sure, why not?
Nice. Good work, Balkan. General Nephis. You have served admirably as both a soldier and a leader. Our king is fortunate to count you among her allies. So you have no aspirations for the throne yourself?
So you have no aspirations for the throne yourself?
None whatsoever. There is a weight that comes with the crown, and I have no desire to carry it. My role lies elsewhere. Peitha has proven that she can lead our people, but there will be difficulties that better suit my expertise. When those arise, I will offer my counsel. That is all that is needed of me.
Do you think the peace will last?
For the immediate future, yes. The people have tired of war, and this will be an opportunity for them to prosper. But time will weather that relief, and people will forget what war cost them. We will have to remain vigilant. I promise you this, however. War between Nayos and Tyria will not come again as long as I draw breath. Let us hope my fellows feel as strongly as I do.
Can you trust Xanthiron?
One need not trust a predator if you remove its claws. And he still has his uses. There are many loyalists left, and we need them to join us if we are to keep this dream alive. They will listen to him. Ultimately, that is more important than the punishment he unquestionably deserves. We are forced to compromise. In many ways, politics bloodies one's hands more than war. May you spend your twilight years in battle instead.
Farewell. Peitha?
Ah, my dear. To think I could have made a snack of you when we first met. And now, you've proven yourself an entire meal.
How does it feel to finally sit on the throne?
Comfortable. Though I'll need to do some redecorating. Eparch never had much taste. In truth, the crown is heavy. There are thousands of wounded to be tended to, dead to be buried, homes to be rebuilt. I knew the cost from the beginning, of course. A king must bear the burden of the entire kingdom. It will be many days before things are right. There will be little time for sleep. But there will be time for dreams.
You decided to spare Xanthiron?
Xanthiron is a pragmatist. He will side with us, as long as that remains his best option. I intend to keep it that way. And we need to gain the support of the remaining loyalists. This is the time for reconciliation, not purges. Besides, in a way, having to serve under me is the most bitter punishment I could have given him.
That's funny.
How do you feel about the Astral Ward being stationed in Nayos?
There was never any other choice. They contributed their blood to our freedom, and they are too strong to refuse. Iskaran worries about war returning. If this reassures him, so be it. Besides, you Tyrians really are delicious. If they ever become a problem, we'll simply have a feast.
Heh. Until our paths cross again, King Peitha. Iskaran. Well, you have succeeded in your mission. Another in your long list of accomplishments. Truly. You have been essential, Wayfinder. It seems Zoja and Maban were right about you.
Will you still try to keep the Astral Ward a secret?
The value of secrecy has not diminished, but I must admit it will be difficult to hide what has happened here. And a truth half uncovered is often more dangerous than one fully revealed. If there is time still to shield Tyria from the knowledge of its own frailty, then that must be done. I will evaluate our options, however, and come to whatever conclusion best suits Tyria as a whole.
Why didn't you come to help us sooner?
Such accusation. From your tone, one would think my support never arrived at all. You are not so naive as the rest of them, Wayfinder. You know better than foolish idealism. Until I could be certain that my support would ensure your victory, committing our forces would have been pointless. I do not act without careful consideration. I have lived a long time with the consequences of my prior impulsiveness.
Will this peace hold?
I expect so. But there are contingencies for any eventuality. We will not be caught unaware again. It will take far beyond your lifespan for their forces to grow strong enough to be a threat again anyway. But peace will last only as long as we remain strong enough to enforce it. That is the only reason it ever lasts.
Gonna have to disagree with that. But okay. Alright. Dagda. We've done it, Wayfinder. Peitha sits the throne, for better or worse. You must believe she's better than Eparch. If I didn't, I wouldn't have put my own life on the line to join you and Zojja in the battle at Zakharos. But nothing is certain. You know that as well as anyone. Fair enough. I do believe we did the right thing. I believe in Peitha. The Cryptids are strange, yet not so different in many ways, when they're not eating each other. Straightforward as always, Dagda. Hey look, there's a telescope. View. Skies look a bit clearer tonight than they have before. The perfect night to reflect. In the distance there are fireworks. Beyond, stars stretch into the vast reaches of the heavens. Frode. Let's hope this peace holds a while, eh? Rest of my lifetime would be just fine. Ideally, the rest of arenas, too. You think that's possible? With the Cryptis? Maybe. Throughout Tyria? Doubt it. Get the R&R while you can. Good idea. Think I'll follow Arena's lead on that one. You should, too. I keep trying. Ramses? Wayfinder, good to see you. I must admit, I'm finding myself a bit overwhelmed right now. How do you feel about being named ambassador?
How do you feel about being named ambassador?
It's difficult to know how to feel. Mere hours ago, I entered Tyria for the first time, and now I'm going to stay here. It's exciting in its way, though. The smells and sensations, the lights and colors, the strange shapes of the creatures. I'm not sure I'll be much use as an ambassador, as distracted as I am. I wonder if Arena would be willing to lead me around.
We couldn't have done this without you.
I am humbled by your praise, Wayfinder, but I merely did what anyone should be willing to do for their homeland. Truthfully, I have been a small part of something greater. That is enough for me. But I am pleased that I've earned your respect. And I hope your friendship as well.
Of course, Ramses.
Be well, my friend. Let's see. Xanthron? The so-called champion of Tyria. A shame we never got to lock horns.
I'm surprised you're part of this.
Did you expect to see me in chains? You Tyrians can be so naive. Allow me to enlighten you. I served at the side of the king for longer than your kind can conceive of. Who knows the Cryptist better than I? Our fledgling king is wise enough to know she will meet my counsel. That is worth more than retribution will gain her. Let that be a lesson for you then. Your sense of justice will always be subservient to your practical needs.
It must sting to be on the losing side.
Do I not stand here among the victors, Tyrian? Do I not still have my horns? My allegiance to Eparch ended with his betrayal of my brother. It was the only loyalty I held higher. You may not count me as a true ally, but here I stand all the same.
You believe Peitha can rule the Cryptis, then?
It is power and authority that rules in Nayos, Tyrian. As long as she holds them, the Cryptis will follow. But do not think that Peitha alone is capable. It is not Providence that has placed the crown atop her head. If she fails, it is a minor setback. The throne of midnight can seat another.
It seems you care little about the fate of your people.
It seems you care little about the fate of your people.
My people? You know nothing of my people. You understand so little, but you speak so boldly. I have given everything for the survival of the Cryptis. I have acted always for the future of Nayos. But I see what you cannot. That the Cryptis can only be led through strength. I did what needed to be done. Do you have the conviction to do the same?
I tire of your presence. Lear! After the Cryptis invaded Amitas, can't say I felt much sympathy for them. Surprised Dagda did, given what that battle took out of her. Or Iskarin, for that matter. But glad to see the job is done. What you do next? I'd love to be working in the forge. Rather swing a hammer at an anvil than a demon. Prefer a stationary target. Sounds nice. Yeah, it sure does. Reality is, there's a lot to negotiate with this new Cryptis Alliance. Probably end up in a lot of political arguments. Some of those with myself. Ha! Good luck. Note. To Livia. Livia, so help me, you will muster the energy and return to the city at once. I don't care what disguise you must wear to get it out. Come as an ooze or a especially sharp rock, but there are things that I must discuss with you. Generally good things, I might add, but when the queen is involved, so must you be. Where her majesty is involved, so is the blade. Anise. Heh. Livia's in trouble. Let's see, one more at this level. Okay. And it's Galrath. Looks like you pulled it off, Wayfinder. The whole of Nayos owes you their lives, whether they realize it or not.
Have you changed your mind about the Cryptis?
Why would I have? I never doubted that Peitha's forces could win. Just what her victory would really mean. We're going to find out if they're as capable of peace as you hope. It'll be a long time before we know the answer. I'm no warmonger, Wayfinder. If they maintain the peace, I am happy to do likewise. If Tyria is safe, I am satisfied.
What did you report to Iskarin?
That Peitha's army was winning, and that Astral Ward support should be sent to end the war. What? Not what you expected. I'm a man of my word, Wayfinder. I asked you to prove that you could win, and you did. I held up my end of the bargain. He took a little convincing, of course, but I know how he thinks. A chance to avenge the deaths of Vas, Hakim, and Maban. To give a punitive lecture to Eparch. He was never going to miss that opportunity.
Maybe Iskarin will make you the ambassador to Nayos.
I like you, Wayfinder.
Until next time. Alright, let's see. Everything else is down below, I believe. That one doesn't currently say it's below, but I believe it is below. I think we already found that out, right? Yeah, it's below. Alright, let's hop on down. One stage. Zojja!
Wayfinder! You made it!
So did you. Your help in the field was that entrance. Your power is incredible.
Thanks. Still getting used to how it feels. What is next for you, then?
Not sure. Tyria doesn't know what happened here, or in Nayos. I don't know how long we can go without telling them. I guess we're following Iskarin's lead until then. so long as everyone is safe.
He knows we need to do something. Tyria is blood in the water now. Who knows what's sniffing around?
Or is ready to bite.
Right.
How about you? Any exciting wizardly duties?
Exciting? Maybe. Once we've figured out what to do with the fractal inhabitants, I, might explore the mists. There's so much out there to explore, to learn. So many things that might help Tyria.
That sounds like quite the adventure.
Are you gonna be okay without, me?
Everyone is going to be fine.
Good. I'll see you later, Commander. Wayfinder. Sorry.
Goodbye, Zosha.
And goodbye, Zosha. You're welcome to come back whenever you want. Narcisse. Wayfinder, congratulations. How are you feeling? Any injuries? Happy? Tired? You look tired. Thanks, Narcisse. Non-committal as always. Well, come find me in the Sky Garden if you need a solve. You ever try meditation with Gull? I'll keep that in mind. Helping the ward while also helping Cryptus. It's truly magnificent what you've accomplished. Seriously, go get some rest. Thanks. I'll try. Thanks, Narcisse. Okay, let's see. Zizzle! Oh, Wayfinder. So much excitement, eh? Cultural exchange with the Cryptus. Excellent work making this happen. Wasn't all my doing. No need for modesty. Regardless, I see what they have delegates here, tasting Tyrian food. I smell an opportunity for reciprocation. You want to try some Cryptus cuisine? Ugh, no, of course not. But imagine what I could create with ingredients from an entirely new realm. Regions we've never seen. It's going to be delightful. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Let's see. Instructor? Oh, Wayfinder. I've decided to give a quick lecture. The Cryptus are fascinated with Tyria. Want to pick a topic? Sure. Let's see. Flora and fauna. Oh yes, that's a great topic. Don't want anyone getting sick. Though some of them look as though they could eat rocks and not feel a thing. Exactly. Urchik! And Gladium. Glade is thrilled to see you, Wayfinder. Urchik too. But Urchik knew you'd survive. The commander will outlive his Scarn, is what I always say. Right, Glade? Glade's shaking her head for Urchik. When she shakes her head, that means yes. Right, Glade? Was that not a no then? Probably. The most important thing is that you are safe. Of that, it's great and certain. Thanks. I appreciate it. And Glade's honesty. Uno. We live in exceedingly interesting times, wouldn't you say? An alliance between the Cryptus and the Wizard's Tower after centuries of turmoil? Do you think it will last? No idea, but I never considered it a possibility to begin with, so perhaps it will. And I hope it does. I'd rather argue policy than stab tentacles. Don't tell Frode I said that. I think he'd agree with you. Let's see. More people over this way. I will have to go back again. Astral Ward Artist. Oh, not like those brushstrokes are quite aggressive. What's going on? I'm trying to show them how to paint. They aren't quite grasping the finesse required. Let me see. I'm expressing myself. Is that not what is needed of me? What do you say, teacher? Yes, but with a deft touch. And you want to just apply some color theory and... You know what? Never mind. You're doing great. Art is subjective. Keep practicing. So there's more on that island. Let's go over there then. Let's see. Frightened Cryptus and Arena. Wayfinder, come to enjoy the pond? I haven't relaxed in a very long time. Might take some practice. Think so. Looks like everyone's getting along. That's a good start. Frightened Cryptus. Eek. Are you going to dive? It's a long way down. Maybe. Still thinking. Why do this? Is scary? Is fun? Well, it's up to you. But there's only one way to find out. Let's see. Heading this way. There's one more conversation. Cryptus seems to be playing hide and seek, making himself comfortable already. Oh, that's so cool. I hadn't noticed that before. Livia. Hello, my dear. I was just giving our new friends a bit of a tour before I depart. No, it's been entertaining, but our time together is at an end, for now. You have a strange idea of entertaining. Worse has been said about me over the centuries. None of it true, of course. What's your plan now? I'll wait for somebody to need me. They always do. Perhaps it'll be you, hmm? In the meantime, don't miss me too much, fellow Wayfinder. I'll try. Oh, okay. Well, I think that's about everyone. Covered that. Talk to everyone here. Yeah, I think that's everyone. There might be, actually, I think. Let me just check. I feel like at some point. Well, we'll go ahead and leave there then. And that wraps up Soto. Okay. Well.
Sweet, sweet treasure.
In that case, I guess we start Janthir. I guess we have an hour left. There's no way I can end an hour early. We can start Janthir then. Skardi Nutson, Letter of Summons, Slayer Visimir, Commander. I am Skardi, son of Newt Whitebear. You are not inexperienced when it comes to facing unknown threats. None of us are anymore. Not really. When those demons arrived, they brought something even the Elder Dragons couldn't get to last for longer than a bonfire on a cold night. Peace. Or at least conversations about peace. You've been invited to the Tyrian Alliance. I'll give you the details. Meet with me in Holbrick and we'll get to it. Skardi Nutson. Yes, on a personal note, I haven't had the space to thank you for all you've done for our people. I look forward to meeting with you. Alright, let's head over to Holbrick, which is all the way over here. We haven't been here in a very long time. Man, wrapping up Soto and starting Janthir already. Ooh, that's exciting. Alright, let's go. Oh hey, look, there's a rift there.
I want to respect his desires, but he has responsibility. If my brother shows his face...
You'll be the first to know. But mind you, my love, we're all healing in our own way.
A good reminder. When we're done here, this note is for Bram.
Bram?
Ah, good to see your face in these halls. A champion returned. Name's Scotty. We've likely met. I'm Newt's son.
Busy?
Very. But thank you for joining me on such short notice. I'll be prompt. My summoning you isn't without purpose. The Tyrian Alliance will begin soon.
You mentioned. I don't know what that is.
I imagine not, as I've been tasked with extending the invitation to you myself. You were personally elected. Be proud. The demons that terrorized us, they stirred something in the world, and not just fear, hope. Something we lacked. Leaders started talking. We've gotten more done in the last month than the last 20 years. Trade, rebuilding. Here's your invitation. One came for each of us this morning. The Alliance is meeting in Lion's Arch. I'd head there sooner rather than later.
The court of Queen Jenna, Regal of Kryta. You are invited. To the esteemed Pact Commander. It is with the highest respect that the founding committee of the Tyrian Alliance would like to invite you to join our organization of trust and dignity. We hoped for a brighter tomorrow after the passing of Suwan marked a new era for Tyria, but something pushed back on that hope when a series of demonic attacks left our people and our homes in peril. Although these attacks have recently waned, their source has not yet been discovered. And until it has, we are vulnerable. But from that vulnerability, something else was born. Awareness. Leaders started speaking with leaders. Nations, once impaired by archaic rivalries, were suddenly allies or on their way. Pain was shared as readily as food. After we survived the fight against the Elder Dragons, surely the next threat to rise in their place would not stop us. And it has not stopped us. As leaders talked, we realized that it was time again to try our hand at unity. Not all will agree. We certainly have our critics, but peace isn't made overnight. Thus, the Tyrian Alliance was formed. Commander, you have been the constant glimmer of hope in our times of ire. You've impacted each of our lives in immeasurable ways. It is for that reason you are invited to join us in Lion's Arch for a celebration of trust. The Alliance may be new, but with time it will become something truly admirable and productive. For Tyria, for all of us. With support of the Tyrian Alliance Founding Committee, Queen Kryta, and Queen Jenna of Kryta. Queen Kryta of Jenna, of course. Of course. Alright, let's head over there. The Tyrian Alliance. Alright. Let's head on over there. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, pick up this waypoint. We'll want that later. Yeah, I'll just grab that real quick. Alright. Prologue. The Tyrian Alliance. Let's go.
Better be ale inside.
Hold it. Name?
Commander, over here.
That you are. Didn't recognize the face at first. Fought alongside you during Scarlet's attack. Go ahead. Don't mind me, just being cautious. A lot of big names in this building.
It's a big job.
Countess Anise. Malice.
Malice, Anise. Heck of a party.
No less cramped than any of Ash's hidden outposts.
Delegates and leaders are still arriving, but the turnout is impressive. My surprise is agreeable.
And nerve-wracking.
Everyone is comforted that you're joining us. You command quite a bit of respect here. Not all of us do the same.
I'm not too surprised.
You're modest.
Save that irascible demeanor for negotiations, Imperator. Go on. Mingle. As soon as a few more arrive, we'll get started.
Alright, let's mingle then. Kaith.
Kaith, how are you doing, old friend?
Commander, I'd heard you'd been invited. Glad to see you again.
Kaith is joining me as counsel. We've both a stake in seeing our people thrive after everything we've endured.
Sylvari resistance is the stuff of legend. How are you doing after Aurene?
Some days are melancholy, but she still guides me. I'm needed by my people. That has given me purpose.
That they do. Kaith has been vital in our pursuit of healing. We've all experienced a bit of an identity crisis after Maguma. We're well on our way, but we've problems to solve for yet.
We should all follow in your footsteps.
Chief Counselor Amon, Spear Marshal Zaim, Queen Jenna.
Hello again. It is a genuine pleasure to see a familiar face in unfamiliar lands.
Welcome, Commander. I'm glad to finally have a meeting under less dire circumstances.
An Empress and a Queen. Dangerous combination.
Queen Jenna has been instrumental in Cantha's integration. I'm eager for these meetings to commence.
All I've done is make introductions.
With every trade organization and leader between the Shiver Peaks and the unending ocean. Such modesty. I'm hoping that today is productive, if not educational.
The latter, I can promise.
Hey Ayumi, how you doing? Commander, goodness, how delightful it is to see you out in the world. Outside of Cantha, the smells, the sights. It's good to see you too, Ayumi. It was an honor to join the Empress here, As leader of the Castrals, I've become somewhat of a voice to the people in Cantha, especially those who live outside the city. That's excellent. How has the recovery process been? Growing pains. There's still a thick line between developed Cantha and the rest of us. Plenty of lingering anxiety surrounding Jade Tech too, but In has made it a priority to unite the Empire. We all have to start somewhere. People over this way? Krisha!
Commander, good to see you.
Quite the gathering.
Certainly beats interrogations and trial preparations.
Vanguard?
Who else? We'll save that headache for opening remarks. I'm eager to put it behind us. Hasn't made things easy, though. The Dominion lives. Their numbers are just depleted.
Tails between their legs, no doubt.
Bram!
Commander! At last, the hero of Kragstead. You owe me a keg, Erson. No. Make that 10.
Graham is representing Kragstead, acting as my own advisor.
You could do a hell of a lot worse. You could also do better.
Gawk all you need. I went home for a while after. The whole thing was an accident. One day I'm patching homesteads and caring for lone wolf pups, and the next I'm... well, here.
You? Leading an entire village? I'm impressed.
He's modest. He proved to be the leader Kragstead needed, and irreplaceable while I've helped take on more for Newt. A natural leader, oh boy.
Stop.
I'm glad for you, Bran. Heir would be proud.
Kalidris, Sparrowhawk. Can I talk to you? No. Come on. Saeed? Ah, hi! That's a face I haven't seen in a few sunsets. Commander! Spear Marshal, what a pleasant face to see. You here with him on? Zaim. Commander. Zaim, Commander. Drop the formality. It's nice seeing your neck of the woods for a change. And yes, I'm here with him on. The Sun Spears have lent their expertise and protection to the Elonian delegation. You're a welcome face in this crowd, friend. Counselor Ludo?
Counselor Ludo. That's a lot of paperwork for one Asura.
Couldn't get a single one of those old sacks to put down the gavel and at least try to make friends. Did send me with a giant pile of paperwork, though. That's what I'd like to call the Asuran hello. Nonsense, most of it. Cantha is revealed. And if not for copying Asuran ingenuity, they'd still be decades behind. But we can't hide in our labs.
If you want to lead, you have to get out in front.
I certainly do hope that you are correct.
Can I talk to you? 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 Hey, I know you. Commander, it's a pleasure to see you doing well. Aren't you, Chiriakil? Good mood. Feels nice to be manning an international affair versus fighting off dragon minions. Feels a little normal, eh? Sure does. Well, let's hope it remains normal. Things like this tend to go sour. You never know with these things. Alright, let's take our place.
I, Countess Anise, liaison to Queen Jenna of Kryta, call all representatives of the Tyrian Alliance to council. Please, to your places. We've quite a bit to cover. First and foremost, the Pact and Orders send their regards. Structural changes have them occupied. But with that aside, the founding members have come prepared with opening statements. Affirmations of why we're here. As our mutually elected emissary, Commander, would you like to determine the order of operations?
What qualifies me to make that call?
You've had a hand in just about everything Tyria has endured since the retaking of Claw Island, we approve.
I imagine the Pale Mother supports this notion.
Sure, have at it.
Decide on a topic for a delegation to discuss. Let's just go from the top. Let's discuss the state of the Sylvari.
I am Firstborn Dagonet. Keith and I have ventured from the Grove to represent the Sylvari. The Pale Tree sends her regards. Her healing has been a slow process, but her spirits remain bright and focused on our growth. Our people experienced a deep wound when Mordramoth rose and fell. As a people, we have many questions about where we come from, what purpose we serve following the Elder Dragon's death. Who are we as a society? Many have decided to leave our home in search of these answers. Finding direction and purpose, that is our focus. As the Pale Tree heals, so do the rest of us.
Thanks for the updates on Bengar's trial.
Krisha, Imperator of the Blood Legion and elected representation from the Char. I'd be lying if I said tensions weren't high at the Citadel. With Bengar's trial nearing, another civil war isn't impossible. Even behind bars, Bengar commands respect from his most loyal. Although weakened, the Dominion is still a threat. However, the Imperators are mostly aligned. Imperator Malice of the Ash Legion joins me today in support. Ephraim sends his. You may have heard the whispers, but there are calls for another Con-Ur to rise. The Imperators don't disagree. But the Trial of Embers will wait until we've decided Bengar's fate. That is our first priority.
Let's hear about relations between Cantha and the Asura.
Counselor Ludo of the Arcane Council. I'll keep it brief. As you can observe, I am the only present representative from the Council. We are experiencing growing pains. Cantha's prowess threw us for a loop. I may be alone in this thinking, but about damn time. For a long while, the Council has lazily relied on Asuran Magitech superiority. We've become complacent, our research secondary. I, and a few others, have been advocating for a more productive integration into the global sector. No disrespect intended, but Cantha's advancements on our designs? Well, frankly, it's insulting. Our knowledge is still unmatched.
An interesting choice of words. Know that I enjoy competition. In fact, I encourage it.
As do I. My first significant motion on the Arcane Council has been to eliminate any restrictions on admittance into the Asuran colleges. Our next focus will be on global equitable information exchange. That's all. For now.
I'd like to discuss updates from the Norn.
I am Skati, son of Newt Whitebear. Sends his best. Old man just can't say no to a good brawl. Expected to heal just fine. Just as our people are healing. Unsure of how to approach the spirits. How we can help them. If we can help them.
The Sylvari share in your pain. The Pale Tree. That's been a process.
Aye. Looking ahead has been our focus. Our scouting parties have returned to the far north to explore the villages and homesteads cut off from Holbrook for decades. We've also got eyes on the sons of Svanir. Rather, what remains of them. Most fell with Jormag. Those that remain, broken, lost. If we can offer any rehabilitation, we will. But we won't welcome more violence to Holbrook.
How is Canthan integration with Tyria going?
Esteemed leaders, I am thankful to have met a few of you before. Queen Jenna has made many of these introductions. For those of you I have not met, I am Empress Yin of Cantha. I was advised to send a liaison in my stead, but I wanted to show the face of the Empire. Cantha's integration into Tyrian politics has not been swift or easy. But it is considered our greatest priority in the wake of the Elder Dragon event. Our people are largely united in wanting, but like all nations, an underbelly of resistance remains. However, I want to pull us from the murk and into the light. Cantha's technologies are vast, some might say superior, and I firmly believe that we offer something unique. And clearly share similar passions with our neighbors. Together, imagine what we could accomplish. While we are focused on diplomacy, we've had a secondary goal of enlisting archivists from across continents. Our libraries and history texts are woefully dated.
My queen.
Thank you all for your remarks. We gather on mutual ground as allies. For some, friends. We suffered the Elder Dragons. We saw a new Elona and Cantha. We've endured much. But now, Tyria has the promise of tomorrow. The last decade was cruel, but standing united today shows promise that my father only dreamt of. However, it is not on kind terms that we gather. The Alliance was formed as a reaction to a new threat. Almost a year ago now, demons attacked our villages and farmlands. Your cities and homes.
48 dead in the mountains. An entire village burned to the ground. One attacked the grove.
2, just outside the gates of Rata Novus. They stank. No casualties should be accepted. These attacks were calculated, I've heard. Our perpetrator? The Cryptus.
Cryptus? And what exactly are these Cryptus? Where did they come from?
The more pertinent question, how did the Queen discern this information?
Tone. I've dealt with an Emperor's horde of petty banter, so I pivot. Queen Jenna, care to elaborate?
This information is as novel to me as it is to the Alliance.
I've heard rumors of your trustworthiness, Your Majesty.
No hyperbole until the Queen has spoken.
Enough!
Oh, what an entrance.
I see the triviality of Tyrian politics has not ceased its endless parade. Shall we have a mature discussion?
I'm not qualified to be here.
Introducing representation from the Astral Ward. Iskarin.
Iskarin.
I apologize for my friend's theatrics.
And Frode, Warden of the Astral Ward.
What's going on, Jenna? Answers.
Queen. If you wish to leave with all your limbs intact.
Oh, goodness me.
Calm, all of you. And I thought the war bands needed babysitting. Frode, was it?
Indeed. Admittedly, I expected worse. Wayfinder, under duress as always.
Wayfinder. Ah. Should have known you had a leg in this race.
I'll try talking to them.
Dagonet? Commander, while I certainly have had my fair share of life-altering realizations, I'd still like to know what this is all about. Should I be concerned? No need for concern, Dagonet. Dagonet? Dagonet. It's Dagonet, isn't it? The Astral Ward have much to offer the Alliance. Iskarin. I know that name from the people of Garenhof. But what is going on? Call the Lion Guard. No need for Lion Guard. Iskarin and Frode come in peace. They'll explain. Grisha is completely fine. Iskarin is a seer, is he not? Navon has shared much of her historical knowledge with me. I would not have expected that any seer still existed, let alone to have one appear right in front of us. Only one left. If you know of them, then you'll know he is here as an ally. Cryptus, the Astral Ward, and a seer? You knew about all this, and you didn't tell me? Who would I be to burden you further? Aren't you up to your ears in paperwork? Commander, who are these strangers barging in? I want answers, now, before my fists go looking for them. Calm. They are friends. Hear them out, please. I have a bad feeling about this. Who is he? Beings using such powerful and ancient magic have not historically boded well for the people of Valona. This time, the ancient being is on our side. Iskarin wants to help Tyria. Who is Iskarin? What is Iskarin? I have never seen one like him before. Is he the same as those Exalted, who helped defend the Ares walls from Jormag? They both float. They do both float. Iskarin is a seer. Like the Exalted, though, he's here to help us. Hey, Frode. How you doing?
Ready as they'll ever be. Get to the point.
They thrive on the brink of chaos.
They've all endured enough trauma for a lifetime. Patience.
If we're measuring trauma and lifetimes, they wouldn't compare.
Oh, Iskarin.
Thank you for allowing us the time to speak to you all today. I apologize for the dramatic entrance. Again, I am Frode of the Astral Ward.
Frode. I've heard that name.
The Ward has been cloaked in shadow for centuries, protecting you from threats unknown and unlike the Elder Dragons.
The Cryptus.
The source of our demon infestation, I take it?
Beings of the Mists who are no longer a problem. Not right now. Our Wayfinder, your commander, can speak to that.
I joined their fight. The Cryptus have been contained.
I wouldn't be surprised if some still attempted to breach our realm, but they aren't organized.
He speaks truth, as the commander can attest. Hesitant trust is advised. Isgarin revealed himself to me not long before he revealed himself to all of you.
The Cryptus are harbingers of what may come next from the mists.
And you say they're no longer a threat, Wayfinder?
I've been to their realm myself. They've been stabilized.
When Su Won passed, Tyria's essence bled into the veil beyond, the mists. You are... we are no longer shielded by her power. Every eye turned toward us in that moment. And likely more, we glow brighter than we did before. Tyria is a unique world, coveted by those beyond.
To summarize, our demons are Cryptus, and you two, the Astral Ward, are some sort of secret organization that fights them?
Not just Cryptus, but any intruder from another realm.
We've certainly faced other threats that were not born of Tyria. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner?
Or help us with the Elder Dragons.
I will answer all of your questions. But this is not the right venue.
I'm inclined to agree. Whatever this information is, I gather it's sensitive in nature.
I imagine the room needs a moment to reflect. Shall we pause and reconvene in smaller council?
After our councils have ended, I will speak with any of you. Whatever questions you may have, I will try to answer them.
All right. And everyone starts walking off to go to talk with their people of preference. Let's see, Kaith, In, and Councilor Ludo. Okay, interesting. What a grouping. Ayumi and Cledris. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Commander, with us. We'd like to continue the conversation.
Hold on, I want to talk to these people.
Look at them over there. Can I assume they're scheming?
No, Counselor. Assumptions are very often incorrect. We'll have plenty of time to ask our questions. And I have some for you, as we were tasked. Before the Arcane Council, my research says that you were the Dean of Statics.
I am the Dean of Statics. If I dedicated all of my time to the Council, my brain would melt and drip onto the floor.
Talented and busy. You remind me of my sister. Say, you and I should plan a visit. We're supposed to be making friends after all. I would love to host you in our labs. I'm very curious to see how they stand up to such a precise eye.
If they stand. I would love to give you my assessment, Empress. And I'm also happy to waive my consultation fees in good faith.
Good faith indeed. I see you two are getting along.
Yumi and Kalidris. Yes, you're... I'm on.
My people have recently begun early exploration of Dislana. The dragon brand is weakening, all these years later. Dangerous place. Rampant with harpies. I don't see them helping us. Perhaps the Hecate?
I've only been to the ruins of Foreigner, parts of Korna. I should visit more of Alona. When you call Dislana dangerous, what do you mean?
You've been to the best tourist attractions at least. You should visit. Dislana is taxing. Harpies are dominant, which makes it hostile territory. But my people used to hide in the mountains. We have records and rumors of temples, settlements. I don't know if anything waits for us there, but it's worth looking.
Sounds like the Greater North. Homesteads long displaced by Jormag's storm. No telling if there are any survivors.
We defeat the Elder Dragons, and this is our reward. The scraps of what used to be.
So you've met before.
Anise introduced us. Their friendship was just as much a surprise to me.
We sought another ally ahead of the Forum. We've known it was time to reveal ourselves to the world. Figured this would be better than a more public spectacle.
That inclination isn't wrong. Why now, though?
The Cryptus may be controlled, or contained. But my words should cause fear. Tyria is as blood in water.
And what exactly is attracted to that blood?
Any number of beasts and beings. I've no reason to think we're in imminent danger. But I suspect something draws closer.
And we all need to prepare. The Astral Ward is ready to help in any way we can.
So you've numbers then?
Some. Fewer after the Cryptus. We bled on the edge of that blade.
What do you propose we do?
Focus on your affairs. We'll get nowhere without some degree of control. Your nations are fragile still. Heal. Nourish.
We'll be establishing pacts with our neighbors. I suggest you do the same.
Wise.
On that subject, I'd like to offer some information on the Isle of Janthir.
Janthir? A storm looms over that place. Blood. That is not a territory I wish to cross.
I don't expect you to, but we may find more allies throughout those lands. The Lowland Coden.
My father spoke of them briefly. He left their territory untouched. Those are bonds I have not maintained.
I imagine there's more to this suggestion, Iskarin?
We should speak within thicker walls. Yes.
Wayfinder, I don't think anyone here would be better equipped to help form these bonds. You are not only a representative of the Astral Ward, but of Tyria. Look around this room. Take it in.
I could support that notion. Yes.
Utilize Moon Camp. It's only kicking up dust otherwise. We'll send ward to your aid. All your aid. The ward will establish a gateway between our outpost and the human city. With the Queen's blessing.
Blessing granted. I support this, and you, Commander. Now is the time to fortify. The Countess will meet you in Divinity's Reach.
Okay. Krisha? Malice?
I've witnessed cleaner executions.
Krisha, think I'm going with the commander to Janthir. I feel a professional pull. Have little intel on that location, or these Coden, and it feels vital. Or intriguing, at least.
An imperator leaving her post to get her claws dirty. Care to steal my mate, too? Go. Be our eyes. I can cover for us.
I'll see you there, Commander.
Okay. Onwards. We'll do the next chapter, and that should be... I think that should be good at that point. Let's go.
Hi there.
Hi there! Let's head to the palace. Divinity's Reach. Man. Getting so much done today. We're about to get some fun stuff.
Prompt, as expected. Welcome, Commander. The gateway is active. I've word that Malice will meet you there. Got a glimpse of the place myself. Frode gave the Queen a proper tour. He'll be expecting you too. Though, between friends, their definition of camp is sweet. I'm sure you'll be very comfortable.
Dramatics from the Astral Ward? Shocking.
You are quite adapted to them, aren't you? How are you feeling about the mission, then?
Ready for anything. Don't know what to expect, but I love an adventure. I live and breathe the outdoors. And we're meeting Coden. Let's just say we have a lot in common.
Diplomacy is a fine craft, Commander. And making allies requires an artisan. Oh, before you depart, do we prefer Wayfinder or Commander now?
For you? I don't know if you calling me anything but Commander would sound natural.
Old habits die hard, I suppose. Good luck.
Alright, let's go. Unknown territory. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, man.
Wayfinder, the guest of honor. Welcome to Moon Camp. Vanak, if you don't remember. Fought with you against the Cryptus and Omnitas.
I've slept in worse homesteads. This is grand.
The Astral Ward? Subtle. Not a chance. Good to see you closer to ground, though. I volunteered to help with the integration. Long overdue that we got involved in Tyrian affairs. More publicly, that is. Got a few things to atone for.
Oh, Commander, Vanak was just giving us the lay of the land. Dangerous place, Janthir. Eager to scope it out.
I am as well. There's something about the atmosphere here that wilts my senses.
Are you following me? You're always welcome in my party, old friend.
On Dagonet's order, he didn't go into much detail about the Pale Tree's status. And perhaps it's not my place to say, but her recovery has been slower than we expected. Some days she seems weaker than the day before. We search for a remedy. The Astral Ward knows magic, and ancient magic at that. I'm hoping we can form a connection with you.
I do too, for what it's worth. And all help is good in these parts. Janthir is a nasty place to get lost. But before you touched ground, Frode wanted to speak with you, Wayfinder. Seemed urgent enough to prioritize.
Right. I'll track him down.
Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. How about you? We're going through the story. Going through. Let's see. So we got Keith and Malos. Nice. Hey there, Frode. How you doing?
Have you gotten an ounce of rest?
I used to be in charge of Moon Camp before Levente named me Warden.
If they pulled you from your sky post, this must be serious.
You know us well. It's true. The Lowland Coden will be fine allies of Queen Jenna and the Tyrian Alliance. That is no lie. They know these lands better than most. Janthir and the northern stretches are formidable. How much did you learn of Waiting Sorrow during your time in Omnitas?
Waiting Sorrow? Your missing wizard? Not a lot. And besides the fact that she created the Heart of the Obscure.
Indeed. I've never met her, of course, as she's been missing since before Ascalon burned to the ground. This must stay between us, for now. But we suspect that she's hiding among the Coden.
You want me to find her?
It isn't a burden on your shoulders alone. The Ward is here to support in whatever way we can. But, yes, we need you to.
Is she dangerous?
She's very capable. For your own safety, expect resistance. I wish I knew more. Between us, Wayfinder, all conversation about her turns Isgaran more conspiratorial than usual.
Then I'll keep my guard up.
Good. For what it's worth, Dagda doesn't agree with him. She was also Waiting Sorrow's closest friend, so there's bias. But that's all I've got, so I'll leave you to it. Get to know the region. We'll set out in search of the Coden soon as well. They've been known to homestead along the delta and the coastline. They'll build for 100 or so years, then move. Unsure of their exact position, but I imagine we're close. We portaled Moon Camp here to avoid scaring the locals.
Probably more subtle than flying it over the bay. Good call.
Stalwart Hart pulled some research noting they're not especially keen on magic. A floating building may cause alarm. But
true.
Good luck. I'll be here to guide you as I can. Ward's busy with the reacclimation. It's going to be a long process.
Sure is.
How are things with the Ward?
Fine. Tense. Isgaran wanted to lock our doors and go back into hiding, but that's just not an option for us. We have 100 fractal inhabitants taking up residence in Omnitas, and I doubt they want to stay. They're sitting in a limbo of our making. And that's just one problem.
Are you going to get the Alliance involved? Probably a smart move.
I think we have to. Lear agrees. He strongly agrees.
Yeah.
Isgaran's worried that the world will think us monsters, which is a fair fear, but our actions aren't above critique. I'm airing my angst. Suffered a few long nights, but we're moving in the right direction. Don't let me distract you.
Okay. Let's head on back. Vanek.
Any brilliant insights from Frode, Commander?
Well, he and I caught up and talked about the Coden. We're not exactly sure where they're settled today, but they're likely close. Astral Ward research also says that they're a little distrustful of magic. We'll want to keep that in mind.
Sounds like we've plenty to strive for, then. We should get moving. I don't know this region.
I'd recommend taking it slow. When we call Janthir treacherous, we mean it.
Okay. Explore the Moon Camp, where we get debriefed. Encrypted stuff. Valraven Talon. Where is everyone?
That's a Valraven Talon. Nasty beast. The Ward has little documentation, aside from a few first-hand accounts. When few travelers come through Janthir, stay away from them at all costs.
Good to keep in mind. Mersat relic.
A lot of things come to Janthir to hide from the rest of Tyria. That's why the Mersat built Bava-Nisos here. Though, that place is all ruins and storms now. Hard to get close.
Bava-Nisos? What's that?
Former Mersat city. Fixed in the middle of the Isles. Been abandoned for a long time. Don't think I'd want to go anyway. Maban told me about it. Didn't sound all that hospitable. He went back from time to time. Memories, I imagine. Or guilt.
Ah, historical records.
What can you tell us about the history of this place?
Oh, former home of the Mersat, and later the White Mantle. From my research, there's been very little activity in recent years.
Correct. Aside from the Kodan, only a few other groups have called it home. Some centaur tribes, trolls, creatures that keep to themselves. And the Isles are another story. I recommend you read up on it. A lot of blood has been spilled here.
Let's see. The other things are up. So we can go ahead and use our sky skill to get up. Should be, yeah, inside here. Cryptus Axe.
That's a Cryptus Axe. I'd recognize it anywhere.
Yep. Moon Camp operated in the area during the attacks. Eparch's grunts were poking at something here. Never figured out what.
Given Janthir's history, I imagine there are any number of things a demon could be drawn to. Not especially inspiring, though.
No.
And last one should be over this way.
How big is Janthir?
Huge. Practically in Kryta still. But the deltas are considered a part of the Isles due to their climate and flora. It stretches far to the north, running parallel to the northern Shiver Peaks, as far as modern maps are concerned. The Isles and Bay make up most of the occupied territory, with some coastal regions lining the mainland. There was even a small human outpost on the Isles, but it's long abandoned now. Don't know a lot about it.
Not a good place to be, then.
Alright. And with that, let's go. Into Janthir. Unknown territory.
It's so quiet.
Such might!
Reminds me of Drizzlewood. Abundant vegetation. I wonder how much of this is edible.
Only one way to find out. But where should we head to first?
Sounds like something to be determined by a wayfinder.
Let's head over this way. Let's see, Forest Stream.
We should follow that stream. See where it leads.
Alright, this way. Unfamiliar flowering shrub.
Janthiri flora is fascinating. And probably very toxic.
Cliff face. We can get up there.
Watch out for the cliff. Wouldn't make for a nice fall.
Never mind the cliff. Watch out!
Valravens.
Refreshing. A potent combination.
What were those things?
Must be Valraven. Talons look just like the one Vinox showed us.
Overlook.
It may be dangerous, but this place... it's stunning.
That's nature. Always trying to kill you, but at least she looks good doing it. Where do you think this water leads?
Old growth plant.
Goodness, look at you. This is a very old tree. Imagine the stories it could tell us. Standing tall and strong, protecting the smaller growth.
Eyes up, Keith.
Timberwolf.
Strength is mine! Kill him! Eat that! A swift stream!
Ward, I need assistance now! Alchemy! It won't calm!
Treacherous, eh?
Better check it out.
This way. Fungal woodland.
Together, everyone!
What has them so riled up?
Refreshing.
Probably us being here.
Attacking on sites so close to a populated camp is concerning behavior.
I bet it has something to do with that distress call.
Reasonable take.
Claw marks.
Claw marks.
And
That's
from
what I
quite a large beast, I imagine.
Footprints and more claw marks. Chase them away from camp.
Blood. We better hurry.
Anyone! Help us!
Come on!
Wayfinder!
A ripple in the earth. Hotter than lava. Strength fading. A swift stream.
Surrounded. Quickly. We're here to calm, not to kill. Maintain eye contact and be firm. The rest of you follow as we guide. The creature is vulnerable.
Feels nice.
Again, we don't seek to kill it unless absolutely necessary.
Who are you?
Outlander, use this salve.
Okay.
Breathe.
Warclaw.
Who are you?
Curious garbs you wear. Perhaps something sturdier would do you better in these parts. Which of you is the leader?
Commander?
Yeah, hi, that's me.
Look no further.
A child of bitter wind. You'll fare just fine here. I'd like to get to know you better. And so the claw would too. The sun is fading. Wherever you traveled from, our village is likely closer. Follow. We've got a fire for you to sit by.
Thank you.
We'll follow, but who are you?
Barbed Veil. Come. You can help us lead the journeykin to safety.
Journey.
But we must move quickly, unless you want to lose yourself in the woods. Our nights have been far darker. The Valraven watch.
Journeykin? You mean that wild animal?
Fascinating beasts they are. Came to us from far away. They need protectors.
It's enraged again?
Stay calm. Help it release that energy, just like last time.
Swift stream.
We're gonna beat this thing up a lot.
1,000 storms. An ancient mountain.
As I told you, Outlander, the salve. Again, keep your voices stable. Help it relax.
Yep. By beating it up.
Swift stream.
Use the salve.
Fear your friends.
Good, good.
Oh, hi. I just did this the other day. Yeah. It's good stuff, good stuff. How are you doing?
Starting to think that it's enjoying this.
It could be. Let it release that energy.
We have to beat it up so many times. Tired? Yeah.
Faster! Ocean trench!
Yeah.
Again.
Hope you get to chill and relax now. You know. That's good. I like to relax.
Welcome.
Oh, it's so pretty. Currently leading as my favorite zone visually I've experienced. Yeah. Yeah.
And so close to camp. I was expecting a little more of a hike.
It's been a long while since we've let the outside in. Travelers avoid these lands, and for good reason. Not intentional isolation, that is. It isn't my story to tell, however, and we're nearing the pen.
I think the only place that comes close is in Ilona, specifically in nighttime when you look up in the sky. But Janthir has it beat like everywhere else. Even the sky. I don't think you can beat Janthir in the sky at night. I think yeah, Ilona comes close with specifically the sky, but nothing else.
Here, Commander. Use this to calm the beast.
What is it?
Food.
So good.
Animals, especially feral ones, only know a life of hunting, fighting for their food. A kind interaction and a gift is sometimes all it needs to learn trust.
You return with more than another journeykin, Spearmaster.
More creatures lost in the wild.
A claw of the Coden that I've never heard of, huh?
Call me Stoic Older.
We found them in the forest, defending themselves against this one.
I'm glad you intervened before any lives were lost. Come, we should speak.
And that right there just gave us the Warclaw. That's the PvE version of how you get the Warclaw. A lot easier to do than no, sorry, the War of the World is a lot easier to do though. You walk in, spend 1 point, you get the Warclaw. But this one has an extra benefit in that this one gives you the Janthir Wilds Warclaw skin, which you can then fix the dice for. And look, by far the best Warclaw skin currently. And now we can run around on the Warclaw. Look at it. We all have one. Malice is darker, of course. That makes sense. And yeah, Warclaw is busted and amazing. And of course, I have all the masteries for it already on this account, so I could jump while midair. I could do all sorts of things. It's very cool. It's an ATV. Yeah, all-terrain vehicle. It's so good, and it's so fun. I'm so glad they gave the Warclaw attention in this expansion. I'm waiting to see what mount they boost in the next one.
As a delegate of the Tyrian Alliance, it's good to meet you, Stoic Alder.
Interesting. I never thought Tyria capable. Clearly, we've plenty to discuss. Come. The village welcomes you.
I'll tend to our friend.
Let's see. Yours is white. White's a good color for it. Although I've been pretty happy with a lot of different colors. I think I've tried this one, but I think that looks pretty cool.
Thankfully, you've stumbled into the kindest alcove in Janthir.
Kind of blue-gray. I like that. Does it entirely match the outfit? Not really. But it's fine. Kind of does. There's like hints of blue.
Seems we have visitors. Rather unexpected in our keep. Welcome the Tyrian Alliance.
Tyria has allied? Amusing joke you play, leader.
Your skepticism is understandable. But given the severity of recent threats, Tyria needed to act fast. And unitarily.
Threats? Surely the strangers do not walk among all lands.
If you mean the creatures attacking from mist portals, I'm afraid so. We call them cryptis.
Ah, mist portals. It's of the flesh stalkers that this alliance speaks. Yes. As foes, they proved fatal ones. Lives lost on your front as well, Jan.
I'm afraid so. And allying proved the viable solution, finally.
Fear can be a supreme unifier, or divider, depending on how it is channeled. So, this is why you come to my hearth, with eyes carrying intention. A bid to join your alliance.
Who knows what other threats the mists might bring? Should that happen, we'll have strength in numbers.
I respect your good intentions, but need time to ponder its implications for our own. For now, that is my decision. At this time, I extend our visitors the opportunity to speak with our council members.
My, aren't you a spry adventurer, coming out all this way? Welcome. Thank you. You can call me Wayfinder. What's your role in the council?
Fading Aurora, village healing master.
Aurora and Barbed Veil, who you first ran into, are two of our newest to don the master title. Though, judging by their expertise, one would suspect them seasoned veterans of their respective crafts. Additionally, Aurora has fast proved an upstanding mentor for my son.
Currently working on the fundamentals of herbalism.
Save some praise for yourself, Alder. The previous Claw would be proud to see how well you're faring in the position.
The claw Aurora speaks of was my mother. Feels both long ago and as recent as yesterday that she stood where I do now.
Though a few claw lengths shorter. By my coming of age, she barely made it to my shoulders. But her presence was grand enough to fill the room.
A true leader of Coden. Many have noted the resemblance. See a bit of her in you both. Wayfinder, you find yourself in good company. Hope you can make yourself at home here.
Welcome to our village. What do you seek? Nice to meet you. What's your role on this council?
Why, hello there. Rai Lycan, humble lore master of the lowland. Long before our tribe came to inhabit Janthir, we hailed from a sanctuary far in the north. In those times, we were led by two honored Coden, a claw chosen by the people, Alder's role, same as his mother before him. Also, a voice. She was chosen by Koda himself to share in his mind, ultimately proving her worth by the trial of faith. A trial that would prove both to her detriment and the tribe's. Mid-trial, nearly crushed by the weight of madness, she fled. Some call it cowardice. I believe it was the will to survive that seized her from the brink of oblivion. The same will our claw channeled in the trial's aftermath. Rather than risk ruin, he led the tribe south, to Janthir. Given time, some Coden found themselves called back by the will of Koda, a call they followed to Or. The rest, our forebearers, remained. And it is here, free from gods, tried only by nature, that we find our sanctuary. Well, at least, that's the speech I've prepared for the Cubs' annual history visit. I fear it sounds a bit rehearsed.
Yep, Master of Lore. Deflahar. Hello, what's your role in this council? I'm Deflahar, Homestead Master. I oversee the building of all manner of things for our villages. Okay. Soren Crest. Hail, fellow and well met. Hello, what's your role in this council? You can call me Soren Crest. I am a Master of Agriculture on this council. Let's see. Hunting Master.
Grazed by fire, Journeykin Master. Apologies. My thoughts are occupied by council matters at the moment. If you find yourself with time to pass, my apprentice Burning River is out tending the village Journeykin. Tell him to give you some lessons at my request. They're fine creatures. I suspect you'll make fast friends.
Hello, outsider. Nice to meet you. What's your role in this council?
The role of Claw was taken, so I settled for a title more modest.
My son has some years before he claims such expertise, though his mind is sharp. Observing our council provides him practical education, instills discipline.
Poizero, son of Stoic Alter and Silken Weir. You?
Commander, or Wayfinder. Wayfinder is probably more fitting these days.
A wayfinder losing their way in our woods. And now Commander. That has a strong sound to it. But if you insist, lost your wayfinder.
Seems our visitor also claims two names. We of the lowland drop formality with those we most respect. Right, Pokey?
Yes, Pa.
Leader, best we return to the planned agenda, pressing as it is.
Your concerns are sensible, graced by fire. Poised arrow. I'm afraid our discussion shall prove as stuffy to our guests as the air in this hall. Show them around.
But we've only just... A fine idea. Best they enjoy the weather while it holds. Meet me outside when you're set.
Alliance, I deem you welcome visitors, for the time being. Feel free to acquaint yourselves with our town. Fortunate for you, the embers of our summer season burn brightest. May your time here pass well.
Alright. Let's go ahead and hop out of here. And... okay. We will go ahead and end it here for the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Very much appreciate it. We got a lot done. We both finished Soto and started Janthir. So we're getting pretty close to where we don't have anything more for this stream to do. We're almost caught up. Definitely, I mean, it's going to be a couple months, I think, still. But we're getting there. Thanks again, everyone, so much for watching. Very much appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow for more streams. I hope to see you there. Take care, everybody. Bye.